What's up everyone, welcome back to another video, and today I thought I would do just a quick video, as I have owned this car now for just over a year. One thing I don't really do is sort of discuss my feelings on the car, or what's going on in my head regarding the car, because obviously like this was a big step for me picking this car up. Well, September last year, or in October, but at first it was having all the repairs and everything like that done on the engine, so it was off the road for quite a while when I first got it. So I have had the car just over 12 months on the road, so I thought it would be a good time to sort of review that sort of year, because as you all know, we got off to a bad start with the car. It needed a full bottom end rebuild on it when we first got it, and it needed an MOT, and there was a couple of issues on the MOT. It needed bottom arm, new rear shock, the full beam, high beam, whatever you want to call it, that didn't work. The wiring for that had been cut because it was an ex-cop car. Yeah, there was some daft little bits for the MOT, but everything all sort of added up and all came at once at the beginning. So let's just say the relationship started poorly. Since then, I have done just under, or just over 12,000 miles in it, all in. It's just had a service done. Well, I've just done a service on it. I don't know if that video is up or not yet, but there's more information on that, because there's a couple of weird service parts on this that you don't think about when it comes to an ordinary car. But overall, I mean, guys, I can't knock the car, I really can't. So other than the beginning, when I first got it, there's been no unexpected bills since it all got straightened out within the first 6 weeks of having it. I've had no major issues on it or worries. It's just been the normal stuff: oil filter change, spark plug change, the weird service parts, which I won't mention or go into in this video because there is a separate video on it. As you saw from a few months ago, it had 2 front tyres put on it, and that's it in terms of bills. I mean, running costs is a hard one, right? Because at the end of the day, when all said and done, it's a 2 litre turbo petrol. It's not good on fuel. It's not. That's it. It's not. You're getting 30, maybe 28 to the gallon round town. On a motorway, you're getting 34 to a gallon. I run this on super unleaded, 99 RON. Full tank is about, I don't know, 50, maybe between 50 and 60 quid from empty, a full tank. It's a 55 litre tank, so depending on how much fuel is a litre, yeah. However, full tank, all depends on how you drive it. I have done, shall we call it, Mexico style, driving in Mexico, whatever you want to call it, and I can, if I drive it like that, where it's absolutely banging off the limiter all the time in low gears, you can burn a tank away in 200 miles, not a problem. But then when I'm working away and I'm travelling all over the country and everything like I was doing before lockdown, you can get 400 or 500 miles out of a tank. I remember checking it ages ago on Parker's, and it said you can get 411 miles to a tank, and I beat that. I think I got something like 493 miles to a tank, driving it like on the verge of stalling all the time, like where you're at like 1500 revs, like what I'm at now. 1500 revs, you can squeeze nearly 500 mile out of tank, so it's not horrendous. Road tax, that's 300 quid for the year. Road tax, a little bit steep compared to your newer hot hatches. They're like 145, 180 quid for the year. This is 300 quid, so not the cheapest car to tax. Definitely isn't the cheapest car to run, because as I say, it's a 2 litre turbo petrol. But I'll tell you what guys, it'll bring you the biggest smile on your face when you put your foot down, because this thing just goes and it pulls. No matter what gear you're in, no matter what rev you're at, it will just pull. And there's cars that you think it shouldn't be able to keep up with, and it keeps up with them. And certain cars that you think, oh yeah, it'll be alright against that, it'll gap them. There's some, whatever the map is on this as standard, it is good. You can't deny it. The biggest perk for it by far is the handling. It's like an absolute go-kart, even on the standard suspension and everything else. Like, this thing just shifts, and it just pulls you around the corner, pulls you around the roundabout. Like, I took my brother-in-law out in it, and it scared him. He got out of the car. It absolutely scared him, because you could just take corners at such speed that he's not used to. And yeah, it's absolutely terrifying what this car is capable of. And it's pretty much standard at the minute, guys, as you all know. I've got wind deflectors on it, tinted lights front and rear, and then in terms of performance, I've got an induction kit and a decat, which the decat's still off it at the minute. I still haven't put it back on since the MOT, and that's it. So for the first year, to be fair, it hasn't been bad at all. So to summarise my first 12 months, it's been pretty straightforward. As you saw from the MOT video, flew through with no problems. Unfortunately, the modifications that I had planned haven't all worked out, but that has been due to obviously the economy and everything that's happened in that, which is just a shame really. I'm hoping that next year is going to be, I'm going to say, a lot more successful in terms of car mods. So yeah, it's all kitted up ready for stage 2. So I am hoping to have the map done probably New Year time, in all honesty. But I am hoping to have that done, stage 2 map. I am also playing with the fact that I could just go straight away stage 2+, but probably won't, to be honest, because it means more videos for you guys, more content for you guys if I do it all in stages. I am hoping to have some change in form of wheels, whether that's full wheel change or just a colour change, I don't know yet. Obviously sort the stance out, and it's going to be a lot more visual, because with me having RGM performance, I'm going to be attending a lot more car meets next year. So I want the car looking good, stance right, visually and everything else, to back the performance, to be at the meets in the new year, so I can do a lot of promo work for RGM performance, try and do a few collabs. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but I recently put up a post of my brother's new Audi A6 that he's got to replace his Audi A3, which you guys never saw, because I just never had the opportunity to really bring it to the channel. Obviously there's my other brother's Type R as well. I want to get that back on the channel, because that's all finished up. It's just had the timing chain done on it and everything else, and that's wicked. But yeah, generally speaking, the running costs, they aren't too bad really for what they could be. As I say, I've given you the miles per gallon, you know the road tax on it. Insurance, right? Insurance is a funny one, because I always get asked about the insurance when I'm speaking to people about it. But insurance is a funny one because obviously it all depends on where you live and your personal circumstances as to what the insurance is. So that's kind of irrelevant really. All depends on your individual matter on insurance. But overall, first year with a car, honestly, 10 out of 10. I can't knock it. It's everything I expected of it, in terms of performance and handling and more. And the fact that, yeah, I did have a big bill on it at the beginning. I'd spend a lot of money on getting it right, but I also paid 2,800 quid for it. It was, at the time when I was looking, it was going for like 9 grand. So even after I'd spent just over £1,000 fixing it, it was still only a 4 grand motor for 9 grand. So I can't even argue about the repair bill at the beginning really, because since then, and touch wood, we haven't had a problem since. And yeah, it's just been an absolute dream. Honestly, anyone that ever asks me about cars or interested in getting new cars, I always try to push them towards the hot hatch market, because honestly they're just absolutely fantastic. And unfortunately, because they are trying to ease petrols out and replace everything with electric cars and everything else, like, it is coming, guys, we can't deny it. Eventually petrol cars and diesel cars won't exist on the road as daily cars. It'll only be people like myself that try to save some and bring them out on the weekend or whatever that actually still have petrol cars and diesel cars, whatever. But yeah, eventually everybody is going to be in electric vehicles. So the way I see it, while you've got the opportunity to own one of these high performance petrol cars, if you've got the money to do it, go for it, because it's going to be we're probably within the last sort of what 10-15 years of being able to do that, and in 10 to 15 years time I don't plan on having something like this as a daily, because I'll be a middle-aged man by then. So yeah, enjoy them while you can, guys, and honestly they're great, absolutely great. I couldn't say a bad word about it, other than the fact that I haven't been able to do all the mods that I wanted to do straight away. But half the fun, I suppose, is in the waiting, isn't it, and being able to build the car to your own spec. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I hope it didn't drag on for too long. If you have got any questions, then just drop a comment, because I get quite a few questions on certain videos and topics and things. So anything else you want to know about this car, in depth, anything that I haven't covered or whatever, because there's loads of boring stuff you can do on it. But yeah, if there's anything that you want to know, then drop a comment down below. If it's something simple, I'll just respond to your comment. If it's something you want to see a video on, then I'll make a video on it. But I am hoping to get some car reviews on and everything else. So yeah, hopefully that will all be happening soon. But until the next time, guys, stay safe and take care.